A federal court has ruled that Wisconsin's anti-abortion laws are unconstitutional, which could mean that in the future, when the Supreme Court hears the case of Texas's anti-abortion laws, hopefully they'll be deemed unconstitutional, and all the other states that have similar restrictive measures will no longer be able to enforce those measures. Now, the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals panel's 2-to-1 decision doesn't put the question to rest. Nearly a dozen states have imposed similar requirements on abortion providers, and the U.S. Supreme Court agreed last week to hear a challenge to Texas's law in a case that could settle the issue nationally. So what's at issue here has to do with hospital admitting privileges. Republican lawmakers know that in red states specifically, it's very difficult for abortion clinics to get hospital admitting privileges because the hospitals themselves tend to be a little conservative and they won't grant the clinics the admitting privileges. So that makes it a lot more difficult for women in the state to get abortions, and that's the reason why this federal court decided, well, it's an undue burden, so as a result, no.
So to give you a sense of how much the political and ideological spectrum has moved in this country, back when I was a Republican and a conservative judicially and fiscally, which I, in a lot of ways, I still am, right? So I believe in interpretation of the Constitution that is largely based on the text, except I actually am consistent on that issue, whereas the conservatives on the court will be like, I like that text. The part where they talk about the well-regulated militia, oh, I don't like that text, right? And they'll pick and choose, et cetera. Now, the reason I bring this up is Judge Richard Posner was the guy who wrote the opinion on this. And back when I was in the Federalist Society, a very conservative judicial group, legal group, right? I was there for like half a second, but I went to one of their meetings, right? And Judge Richard Posner was a god in that group. He was considered one of the best conservative minds in the country.
Wow.
That's right.
That's incredible.
Now he says, who are you kidding? And he's still a conservative. He hasn't changed any of his positions. Okay?
Let me actually read to you what he had to say so you get a sense of his opinion. He says, writing for the 7th Circuit majority, Judge Richard Posner called the contention that the law would protect women's health non-existent. He said the law would put more women in danger by increasing the waiting times for abortions, which could push some procedures into the second trimester. Incredible. I didn't know that he was such a conservative judge.
Yeah, he's like, well, look, I'm conservative, but we know that you're doing it to limit access to abortions. You said it, right? So the idea that you're pretending that this is for the health of the women is a claim that is non-existent. It's just not true. So you want me to say that it's true, but it's not. Right? And I know it, and you're not going to trick me, right? So, and he has come out and been a voice of reason now, saying, look, the conservative position is not this insane politics of today, right? It never has been, and it isn't today. And so it gives you a sense of how much the spectrum has moved. That's why I often say, look, on some issues, there's no question that I have moved, right? But on a lot of issues, I'm exactly where I was before. I'm now considered liberal. Back when I used to be considered a pretty solid Republican.
Right. It's incredible how much the country has moved to the right. You talk about it quite a bit, but it's true. And what makes me happy is oftentimes you hear these criticisms of activist judges, and if he's a conservative judge, obviously he has his own biases, and he's willing to put that aside to rule based on what the Constitution says.
And there used to be principled judges like this in the country, right? Where they would actually rule based on the facts in the case, not just based on their ideology. But Posner, by the way, could have been picked for the Supreme Court. He was a lot of people's pick for the Supreme Court. But the Republicans got a sense, oh, this guy operates on principle, not on politics. We're not going to choose him. So instead, they chose people like Scalia and Alito and Thomas to be reliable.
Right.
Reliably Republican. Don't get me this thing about principle. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
That's why Posner's not on the Supreme Court when almost all the legal scholars on the right and the left for a long time thought that he would be.